May Elen give us peace.
What happened to Idale?
She fell off a cliff on the eastern mountain. We don't know how it happened, but hardly anybody believes Idale simply lost her balance.
A creature?
We don't know, but Lethair, one of the sisters who accompanied her, claims a novice pushed her.
You mean an elf killed another elf?
It was a long time ago, but there have been dark chapters in our past. We hardly have any laws, but Lethair has demanded that I lock up Betha. Lethair is a priestess. I can hardly refuse, but I have a feeling there is more than one lie in the air.
Should I help you with the investigation?
You're a foreigner. They aren't likely to tell you anything. On the other hand, you have no customs and rules of an order that bind you. Question Betha, Lethair, and the guard Fenair. All three of them were with the High Priestess Idale on the Eastern Mountain. Try to find out which one is responsible for Idale's death. Once you've formed an opinion, come back to me. Did you find out who murdered Idale?
I'm here to ask you questions.
Ask me what you want to know.
What exactly happened?
Idale wanted to rededicate the land of the Eastern Mountains to Aren after it had been polluted by the creatures that had been routed out. She took her right-hand Lethair and her personal novice Betha with her to the mountain to carry out the purification ritual. I sent the guard Fenair along with them because the East is not always a safe place. Besides, that poor soul is constantly mooning over Betha anyway. He seemed to be just the right one. Not much time had passed when Fenair came back. He reported that Idale had fallen into the abyss. That's all we know.
Tell me about the suspects.
The suspects are Lethair and Betha. Both of them belong to the Order of Aren. Young Betha is a novice, while Lethair already holds the office of an experienced priestess.
Who do you think is guilty?
I really don't know. Lethair accuses Betha, and the word of a priestess has the power of a law. But I can't believe my sisters would do anything like that, especially not little Betha. But Idale and Betha never got along very well. Idale even forbid her from having any contact with Fenair.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Good.
Well, why are you still sneaking around here?
Are you familiar with this kind of brooch?
This brooch belonged to one of my sisters. Where did you get it?
Your sisters gave it to me when I healed them from wound burn.
This is the sign of the Aeon Hal, the consecration of the year. It serves among my people as a sign of maturity. If she has placed her confidence in you, then so will I. Forgive my harsh words. Have a look at my wares.
do you want, human?
I want to ask you a couple of questions.
Then Eileen must have sent you. I have already named the murderers. What's the point of all this?
Tell me what happened.
A foolish business. Very well. Adele went to the Eastern Mountain with us to carry out the ritual of purification, as most of the beasts had been driven away. There were Adele, myself, the novice Betha, and that uncouth Fenair, who was supposed to protect us. When we reached the crest, we separated. The inept novice had forgotten the Elen chalice and was sent back to town to fetch it. Fenair went off to track down the source of some noise. I set out to look for snow blossoms for the ritual. I must have been away for some time. When I got back, novice Betha was standing alone on the cliff, and the high priestess Adele lay dead in the valley. At that moment, Fenair returned. I sent him into town immediately to fetch the guards.
Then how do you know Betha pushed her into the valley?
The high priestess could be as hard as ice, and Betha often shed many tears. She hated Adele, I can tell you that.
Tell me about Fenair.
What is there to say about him? He's a human. But I think he's quite useful as a guardsman.
Tell me something about Betha.
An insignificant character. She could perhaps already have become a priestess if she weren't so wrapped up in her emotions.
Tell me something about yourself.
I'm beginning to get a little impatient, but very well. I am a priestess of Arin, keeper of this place and its sacred bond with the Frost Weaver. I have given myself over completely to the service of the community, like all the others here.
Thank you. Farewell.
Have you been able to obtain the Firebane?
Greetings, Fenair.
You know my name?
I know of Ideal's death. Eileen has sent me to find out what happened here.
So Alina sent a foreigner. Looks like she doesn't trust any of us. How can I help you?
Tell me what happened here.
I was commanded to protect Betha and the High Priestess during a ritual. I believe it had something to do with purifying a desecrated site. So we went up onto the Eastern Mountain. Lethea came along. Adele chided Betha about some chalice. Then I heard footsteps above our path. I went up to have a look, but I couldn't find anything. When I got back, Lethea and Betha were standing on the cliff, and the High Priestess lay dead in the valley. Lethea sent me to town to call the guards. As I left, I heard her accusing Betha of pushing Adele into the abyss.
Tell me something about Betha.
Betha is a novice in Arin's order. She is a good creature. She wouldn't harm a fly. She didn't kill Adele. That simply cannot be.
Tell me something about Lethair.
Lethair is cut from the same cloth as Adele, or better said, from the same ice. Adele was a difficult woman. She is a domineering woman, but she works hard. I have a feeling she'd like to be the High Priestess.
Tell me something about yourself.
Me? I'm a god.
But how did you happen to come here?
I was in the retinue of an ambassador of the Utronians. We came up here when the frost marshes were still open. I was fascinated by the elves, their knowledge and their devotion. My lord allowed me to stay, and finally the elves agreed. Since then, I've served with the guards under Eileen's command. They value my services because I can wear heavy armor, and these armored fists have taken many an iron that were too hot for the elves to handle.
Who do you think did it?
I'd be inclined to suspect Lethair. She always wanted to become the High Priestess, and Betha would never do anything like that.
Thank you. I may come back a bit later.
I didn't do it! You must believe me!
Calm down. I'm just here to question you. Tell me what happened.
Idale? I mean, the High Priestess Idale told me to carry the things she had prepared for a ritual prayer. Together with Lethair, who was to assist her in carrying out this ritual, and Finair, we went up to that place on the cliff. I remember that Finair went away to trace a sound we had heard. When I handed the High Priestess the artifacts, I noticed I had forgotten the Hélène chalice. As she was so often before, she was very annoyed and sent me off to fetch the chalice. I ran to the village as quickly as possible, but when I got back, there was nobody there. I went over to the cliff, and there she lay, dead. I found her just as she's now. You must believe me. Then suddenly Lethair was back there, accusing me. Finair came back, and Lethair sent him to the other guards. I was so confused. That's all I know. Please, you must believe me. That's the truth.
And what about Finair?
Oh, he's a decent fellow. One of the few humans that will tolerate up here. He voluntarily joined forces with us. He serves with the guards. I was glad he went with us. Who knows what sort of creatures are crawling around here?
Tell me something about Lethair.
Lethair is very headstrong. I don't like her. She frightens me. She worked hard to become Adele's right-hand woman, and she makes the rest of us work just as hard.
Tell me something about yourself.
About me? There isn't much to tell. I'm just trying to serve Aaron and my sisters as well as I can, even if it isn't always easy.
I have no more questions. Thank you.
Did you find out who murdered Idale?
I think I know the truth.
Let's hear it.
It's not the way you think it is.
Speak. What have you found out?
It was the guard, Fenair.
Fenair? That loyal soul? You think he murdered her?
Yes, he did.
What gives you that idea?
You were the one who told me that Fenair had his eye on Betha. The way Idale was treating Betha must have gotten him madder than he will admit, but he can't hide it. He must have come back from his patrol earlier than expected, and when he challenged Idale, they got into a fight.
But that's just your surmise.
We'll never find out for sure. But we know that nobody heard a scream. Idale must have fallen down there in silence. She did, because Fenair first strangled her in his fury. If you examine Idale's corpse, you'll see several cuts on her neck that could have been made by armor gloves, like the ones Fenair wears. And he's the only one who wears gloves like that.
You're right. I noticed the marks, but Fenair's gloves never occurred to me. That poor fool. He has a good heart. Nonetheless, he's only human.
Fight, men! Attack! For the rune! Off to battle! For freedom! Fight, men! For freedom! Off to battle! Attack! For the rune! For Aunir's honor! Off to battle! Off to battle! Attack! For the rune! For Aunir's honor! Off to battle! Off to battle! For Aunir's honor! For the rune! Fight, men! For freedom! For Aunir's honor! For Aunir's honor! For freedom!
On my way.
Fight, men!
Understood.
For freedom!
Very well.
Attack!
Yes.
For freedom!
Very well. Attack! Close the ranks.
Fight, men!
What does the light desire? Back! We must drive them back.
For freedom!
The rune calls. Send them to the river of souls. Onward, very well. They're everywhere.
An enemy is
honor.
attack.
Fight, men! Off to battle!
Close the ranks. Hold on, men.
Yes. Very well. What does the rune desire? Very well. Very well. Send them to the river of souls.
For the rune! For Aunir's honor!
Right away. Yes.
For the rune!
away.
Fight, men!
Onwards, warriors.
For freedom! For Aonir's honor! For freedom! Off to battle!
The enemy attack.
Fight, men!
Back. We must drive them back.
Off to battle! For Aonir's honor! At my command. Follow me. Forward.
What does the rune desire? Very well. Right away. On my way. Be sorry.
Off to battle!
Hold on, men!
Nice work, Rune Warrior. My people can return home. Now to our deal. The York's blacksmiths have been passing down the art of crafting bone weapons for centuries. They formed them from the skeletons of powerful creatures, and then used their magic to make them harder than steel.
Won't the other smiths punish you for giving away the secret?
There will be a price for me to pay, but if I give them enough gold, they will spare my life. But you must help me. I need 10 gold pieces.
I have driven out your enemies. Now you want gold on top of that?
That's how it is. Take it or leave it, human. I need the gold or my life is doomed.
Take the gold, orc. And now speak.
Good. Listen carefully while I show you the technique of the bone formers. The bones must come from a mighty creature. Not every skeleton is suitable. You shape them with a bone knife, which however becomes dull and useless from doing this job. Once the bone has been formed, its rough magic must be adjusted. Blood gems, which you will find in these lands, perfect the magic and give it its power. All this must happen at a bone altar. You will find such an altar in Mirathor. Certain bone artifacts work together, which gives them a special power. You need 3 bones for such a set. One more thing. The bonesmiths are mighty, but this might is also a curse. As soon as you have crafted your first bone weapon, your own bones will also become objects of might. So be on your guard. Now, these skills are all you need to know. The bone knives are available from merchants, but you must find the bones and the bloodstones yourself.
What bones can I use?
Nazosh, one of the Yorick leaders, wears the bones of an old bone carver around his neck as an adornment. The fool has no idea what he has there. He set off with his group to the Echo Swamps to loot the battlefield you left behind there. Have him turn the bones over to you. The moron can't do anything with them, but for you, they'll be a decisive step on your way to becoming a bone farmer.
Hold out, warriors! We've got to hold out until help arrives.
freedom! Off to battle! For freedom!
I'll let you stay alive because you supported us, but now, get lost.
I'm no light crawler you can push around as you please, Orc. Your blood spills just as well into the mud as the blood of those beasts.
You dare threaten me?
I rescued you. Your life belongs to me. Now pay the price that custom dictates.
What do you demand?
The bones you are wearing.
This rubbish? Here, take it. If that's the only price you want, that's cheap enough for me.
Fight, men! For the rune! For Aonir's honor! Off to battle! Off to battle! For Aonir's honor! Off to battle! For freedom! For the rune! Fight, men! Attack! Attack! For freedom! Attack! For the rune! Fight, men! Attack! Off to battle! woman!
Have you got Nazosh's bone adornment?
Yes, here it is.
Good. He's just a simple warrior, but you can make a lot more out of it.
Where can I find these blood gems?
Blood gems are mined in the lands of fire and in the north of Fiara. If you'd like, I can reveal where you will find another piece of bone.
How much will it cost this time?
No gold this time, but it will be more perilous. The first bone carver came to Mira Thor from Zoo across the sea. He was a strange creature, the likes of which we'd never seen before. He taught us the art and its price, But when his end was approaching and my brothers were about to take his bones, a guard appeared. Since then, this guard creature has watched over his bones full of mistrust. He is a screamer, an undead monster. You'll find him and the grave in the north of Mirathor. Try to outwit the screamer and get your hands on the bones.
Fight, men! For the rune!
Have you found the screamer?
Yes, and the bones as well.
Very good. Soon we will have all 3 pieces.
If I understand you correctly, it is traditional for the apprentice to steal his master's bones at some point?
You figured that out right, human.
That means the third section from my set will be your bones. Is that correct?
Keep your distance. What a fool I was to teach you the traditions of the flood.
Calm yourself.
I'm not going to make it that easy for you, human.
Wait!
Yes.
service.
Yes. Forwards. A monument is under attack.
Do you hear the command?
At your command. Right away. At your command. Away. Will be done. Very well. At your command. Understood. Understood. Yes. Will be done. Will be done. Ready and able. Understood. Very well. Will be done. On my way. Understood. At your service. Very well. The room very well. Will be done. At your service. Right away. Yes. Understood. The room very well. On my way.
The room
Very
calls. The room's orders. Right away. Very well. On my way. Right away. Ready and able.
At your service. Yes. Understood. At your service. Understood. At your command. Right away. Right away. Right away. Ready and able. Will be done. Very well. On my way. On my way. Yes. On my way. Ready and able. Yes. Understood. Will be done. Very well. Understood. Yes. Understood. Yes.
For freedom! For Awenir's honor!
At your service. For the light.
Attack!
Stand by
Drive them
me.
back. They're
Off to the
everywhere.
battle!
Hold on, men.
For Aonir's honor!
Reinforce the
They're
defense.
everywhere.
Spirits, stand by me.
For Aonir's honor!
Enemy attack.
You won't defeat me.
Attack!
We must drive them back.
Close the ranks.
For the rune! Fight, men! Attack! Fight, men! For freedom! For Aonir's honor! For Aonir's honor! For the rune! For Aonir's honor! Off to battle! Fight, men! Attack! For the rune! Attack! For Aonir's honor! For freedom! For the rune!
Ah, the rune is back.
I have here an elf's runestone.
Let me see. And it is already awakened. A new fighting man in your ranks. Or more precisely, a fighting woman.